Hello, welcome to another episode of the Full Potential Parenting Podcast. I'm Allison Morris, and today I wanted to talk about magnesium. Ooh, so magnesium is one of these things that we are almost all deficient in. I think I saw recently that something like 75% of the population, I think this was of the US, but I'm not sure. My guess is this is probably pretty true in most of kind of Western industrialized countries. Um, and yet it's not something that you're generally going to get like a reading of if you go to the doctor's office. You might get your cholesterol taken, you might get a vitamin D level, and those are worth checking on, of course. But magnesium is used in something like 300 different metabolic processes in our bodies. It is key to so many important things. And the problem is that we get stuck in these little cycles because when we get stressed, raise your hand, right? Our bodies dump more magnesium. So we use more magnesium, which leaves us then more depleted. And then being depleted makes us more stressed. Right, so it's this kind of vicious cycle where then our magnesium levels get lower and lower and lower. So really something that is worth looking into, but probably okay to just assume that your magnesium levels are low. Now, the good news is there's all sorts of different ways to get more magnesium. We can drink it, we can eat it, we can absorb it through our skin. So different things. So you'll be really happy to know that in addition to dark leafy greens and lots of nuts, dark chocolate is full of magnesium. Yay! So that's one way to get magnesium for sure. Again, you can also just swallow it, right, in the form of different pills. There are also powders that you can buy, often turn fizzy, and they usually taste pretty good, usually kind of fruit flavored, that you can mix together and drink. So and always nice, right, if you're having the same supplement as your child is, so that you guys can both drink it at the same time. You can put Epsom salts in a bath. And if you're not taking baths that regularly, so of course put it in your kid's bath, right? And if your older teen or older child doesn't take baths anymore, we'll talk about other ways that you can get magnesium into them. But for you, a foot bath also can work really well. You can just absorb it through the bottoms of your feet. So as you're watching TV, working on your computer, reading a book, just put a little basin together of some Epsom salts and maybe a little lavender, essential oils, and some water, and just let your feet soak in there. And then give yourself a pedicure. So you can turn it into a whole like self-care event. But that's a really nice way because our skin absorbs magnesium quite readily. We can also get magnesium through what's called an oil, which is really, and of course, Epsom salts are really inexpensive. They're often kind of on a 2-for-1 sale at Walgreens or CVS or whatever, or your local grocery store. So it's super easy to get, really big bags of Epsom salts. And then you can also buy this magnesium oil, which again, not that expensive. I think you can get, certainly a big bottle or 2 smaller bottles for under $20. And it will last for months. You can, again, I like to add lavender essential oil or any other kind of calming oil, or like if you have a nice blend that you like to use, put a couple drops in the oil and then spray that on the bottom of your feet and on the feet of your children at bed. And, you could turn that into a nice ritual, give them a little foot massage if they're not too ticklish. If you have a spouse, you can do that for each other, kind of a nice routine to get into, or you just do it for yourself. But see about getting more magnesium into your life to help you with your own stress response, help your children with their own stress responses. And it's just, again, most of us are deficient. but there are so many great ways to up your magnesium levels in ways that are inexpensive and really easy to do. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like some additional parenting resources, be sure to hop on over to parentingmasterclass.com and you can pick up a free masterclass with all sorts of great resources for you over there. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.